continuing the love story. So they get off the plane, and then when they got off the plane, they go to the duty-free area because, of course, you know, some airports have a lot of big duty-free areas. And he just told her straight. I don't remember the exact words, obviously, but it went along the lines of, I don't know how you feel about me, but I feel this way about you. He never said a prayer yet, and he just said, you know, I feel this way about you. I've always have. Marry me. And the girl's response was also very simple. I don't remember the exact words, but the girl said something along the lines of, this entire week was so perfect, so wonderful. I've always cared about you, and this whole week I fell in love with you and all of that. I feel the same way. Yes, something along those lines. And so they got engaged at the airport. He went to duty free. He didn't have much cash with him, so I think he bought her an engagement ring from duty free that was like $100, you know, and they were engaged. And it was after she said yes that he told her about the prayer. And, you know, that just made everything confirmed for them. And so they called their mission board, they called the mission office, and they arranged everything. And the mission office is very happy for them. And the last thing I know about them is they're serving in the same country, in the same city together as husband and wife. And that's wonderful. That's a wonderful story. And that's how signs, quote unquote, signs in situations can work for cessationists like me, and I'm a cessationist. I've been through the same thing. When I first met Rainey, it was in our very, very first church, and I was already a cessationist back then. And I was trying to get to know her, and it was so difficult because she would never hang out after church, never hang out with the singles. She would always disappear. She was like a ninja, you know, and so pursuing a ninja is close to impossible. So I prayed and I said, God, I want her number. It's so hard to get her number. It's so hard to even just talk to her. And I tried so many ways, but nothing worked. So here's the thing, God. Please, if you want me to have her number, you give it to me, Lord, in the craziest, most unexpected way possible. Then after that prayer, I had to go to Manila for an event, a church event, and someone texted me, and the text message was, unknown number, texted me. Hi, David, this is Rainey. I just wanted to ask you about some questions for the singles retreat. And I was handling the singles retreat at the time. And I was like, yeah, right. Really? This is Rainey? This is just my friend pranking me. So I thought it was my friend pranking me, so I wanted to prank my friend back. So I called the number, and I was ready. I was ready to go, ooh, Rainey, is it really you? So I called the number, and it was Rainey who answered. And she was like, hi, David, I'm sorry if I caught you at a bad time, blah, 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 blah. I just have a couple of questions. And so I was so surprised, and God answered my prayer that, it was really her, and I got her number in a most unexpected way. There's several other things that happened that are very, very similar. Another experience was here in Cebu. There's this place called Tops, Tops, and she's never been there, and I really wanted to take her there. And I said to God, Lord, I just hope and pray. I want that the first time she goes to Tops, I want to be there. I want to be there during her first experience at Tops because it's such a nice place. And Lord, as a bonus, just to make the confirmation even more difficult, I'm going to bring an extra jacket. So just in case she's cold, I want to offer that jacket to her. Okay, so that's my thing. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my prayer. And then I went on a mission trip to China. And then I got back from China, and I was so tired. I was so exhausted. I just wanted to sleep. And some of the guys, some of the people in the singles group, texted me and said, hey, David, where are you? I said, well, I just got back from mission trips. And yeah, I know, but where are you right now? Like, are you home? Are you on your way home? Are you free? I was like, well, I'm free. I'm just tired, but I'm free. And they said, hey, come with us. Where are you going? Tops. I'm like, what? Really? Who's going with you? And then they said, oh, it's going to be this, that. And Rainey's also going, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, well, obviously, I said yes, so I'm going to go. I brought a jacket with me because I just came from the airport from a mission trip from China. So I had a jacket with me, and I said, okay, God, this is her first time going to be in Tops. One answered prayer, I'm going to wait to see if you can answer the second prayer. So when we get there, she was really cold, and I had another friend, I'm not going to say who, but I have another guy friend there who had a jacket, a jacket he was wearing. And Rainey was talking about how cold she was, but the other guy did not offer his jacket because he was feeling very, very cold as well. And, he was not feeling very well. He was kind of sick also. So, I got to hand it to him. He was also feeling sick. So, no hard feelings. But I thought, well, I waited for him to offer. I waited for a few minutes for him to offer. He did not offer. So I offered my jacket and I was so happy. I was like, God, you're answering another prayer. Not just that. Two more. There was a time also when she would never go out. Okay, so backtrack. She would never go out with the singles. She never wanted to. And so I prayed. I said, God, I want her to go out with the singles, but I don't want it to come from me because it will sound very manipulative. So I want assurance in my heart that this is coming from you, Lord. So I said, Lord, please let a specific person, I'm not going to say who, but there's this one girl. I want that girl to be the one to tell her to hang out with, the singles in church. And if she asks why, my prayers are very specific. I pray that the answer would be that she should hang out with the singles for her own spiritual growth, because it's true that she would grow more spiritually when she becomes more accountable with the people and all of that. And then I kept quiet because she wouldn't hang out before. I asked her so many times, hey, you're going out with a group? Are you going with a group? She'd always say no. And I personally invited her, she would not go. So finally, after about a week, she texts me and she's like, David, are you going out with the group tonight? I'm like, no, what do you mean? There's a hangout? She said, yeah, the whole group's going out. And I was like, dang, I can't go tonight because I have a missions briefing, because we were going on a mission trip. I had a missions briefing, so I can't go. But why are you going? You never go out. And she said, oh, Donna told me. I'm like, who told you? Said, oh, Donna told me that I should go out and hang out with the group more. And so I asked her, what? Okay, so answered prayer. It's the girl. And I said, why? Why did she tell you that you should go out? What's the reason? And the reason Rainey said to me was the exact reason I prayed for. She was like, this girl, I just won't mention her name. Yeah, but yeah, the girl told me to hang out with the group because I should, build friendships with more people and I should be more accountable to more singles in the group. And it's for my spiritual growth. And I was like, God, wow, I asked for this and you granted it. It sucks that the time she's going out, I'm not going to be there, but I'm still happy you're answering all these prayers in very specific ways. So that happened, and then the tops thing happened because she was already hanging out with the group. I was so happy. And then finally I said, okay, Lord, one more confirmation. The whole group was going out. We were all going to Ayala for dinner. All the singles were going to dinner in Ayala. And I said, Lord, I really want to get to know her, but this time I want to get to know her one-on-one, just me and her. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to Ayala ahead of time. Like early afternoon, I'm already going to be there. And Lord, if you really want me to get to know her more, let her go to Ayala ahead of time so we can hang out, just the two of us. So I prayed that. I go to Ayala. I ask her, hey, are you going tonight? And she said, yes. I said, great. See you tonight. What are you doing now? And she said, I'm actually already in Ayala. I'm like, what? I'm also in Ayala. Let's meet. And so we met at the Astrovision where there were some VCDs because I still love movies. So we met there and we hung out for about 2 hours and we just got to know each other more. And then it was just not enough time for me. So I prayed again. I said, Lord, for some reason, if you really want me to get to know her more and more and more, delay everyone. Let it be just the two of us. And God answered again. So what happened was, one of the girls called. She was in charge of all the ladies at the time. And she was like, David, I'm so sorry. All the girls are going to be late. I'm like, why? Because there's this one other girl who we're ministering to right now. We're trying to evangelize her. And she called us up and we need to do emergency counseling with her. So all the girls are going to her house. I'm like, you know what? Take your time. I'm so happy here. Just take your time, So all the girls were going to be delayed. Yes, all the girls. Check. Lord, how are you going to delay the guys? And then one of the guys called and said, bro, we're going to be late. Why? All the guys are going to be late. We're all in the van and the van has a flat tire. Needless to say, I told them to take their time. I spent the entire evening with Rainey and I fell in love with her so much more that night because God answered my prayers to give us more time alone together. And I'm going to extend a little bit, but that's what I do these days in certain areas of my life. There are certain prayers I don't tell anyone. It's just between me and God. so that if God confirms things, I know it's from the Lord. So that's how you confirm things for me. I make prayers as long as I know I follow every biblical principle I know. As long as I follow every biblical principle, then I know it's from the Lord, especially when there's a situation that God uses to confirm a specific prayer that I make. I hope this encourages you, and God bless you guys.